Welcome back to the Jake Asman Show. Time now for some quick hits.
You gotta move quickly.
There's no time.
Move fast there, come on!
And here we go on a Tuesday installment of America's favorite sports talk radio segment. It is time for quick hits right here on the Jake Asman Show. And quick hits this morning is brought to you by Tubbo Towels Heavy Duty Cleaning. These wipes are ready to be put to the test in your toughest messes. They're extra large, 10 by 12 heavy duty cleaning wipes that have over 30,000 5-star reviews for a reason. Unlike other wipes, Tubbo Towels literally breaks the bond that holds dirt and grease on a surface to clean just about anything. It's found in the hand cleaning aisle at O'Reilly, AutoZone, Advanced, Napa, and Pep Boys. And these wipes are not just for your hands. They might start in your garage. They tend to end up in the home. Tubbo Towels is proudly made in the USA. Even though they're tough on messes, they're gentle on your hands. Put Tubbo Towels to the test and clean up your mess. Additional information can be found at TubboTowels.com. So last segment, we brought up the topic of the Cheeto and whether or not the Cheeto is considered a chip. Well, according to a Reddit thread that I just discovered, the definition of a chip is not only confined to food, whether it is being used as a noun or a verb. A potato chip is a chip that has been chipped from a potato. A wood chip is a chip of wood that was chipped from a larger piece of wood, right? So there's some confusion here on how we define a chip. I'm just kind of reading from the thread here. Are Cheetos chips? Some said no, they're puffs. I replied asking, what about crunchy Cheetos then? What about pop chips? You can go either way on this. I lean towards it being more of a cracker than I do a chip. That's where I'm at with the Cheetos.
It's definitely not a cracker.
It's more of a cracker than a chip.
Would you put salami on a Cheeto? Isn't that what some of the essence that defies a cracker? Would you put cheese on a cracker? On a Cheeto.
I've never done it, but I would do it.
I don't think you would. I don't think you would put cheese on a Cheeto. That's too much cheese for you.
Well, I would put. Would you put a Cheez-It on a salami sandwich? Would you try that out?
In it? Maybe.
Yeah. I mean, you're the guy that eats burritos at 9 o'clock in the morning.
I'll mix foods. I have no issues with that. A lot of times, what a favorite thing I've done here. Usually, I powered through it already, but I'll make myself a PB&J and stick some Fritos in the PB&J.
Really?
Yeah.
How's that?
That's a good breakfast.
Okay, so you would do salami and Cheetos then?
Yeah. Well, I don't know about Cheetos. Cheetos are just weird.
Someone's writing here, Pringles cannot be called a chip. That is asinine. Pringle is absolutely a chip.
Why, is it not made of potato?
I mean, I don't know. I guess I'll do what I always say when it's like, I don't know how to describe it, but I know when I see it. It's like the Supreme Court's definition of porn.
Yeah.
I don't know how to describe it, but I know when I see it, when you're having a chip. You know. I
don't think a Cheeto is a chip.
I don't either. I think it's kind of like a hybrid. It's kind of positionless. Positionless basketball, positionless chips. Frito kind of falls in that category there. That's what I would say. Ron, any other notes to add here?
Well,
to the
I stumbled upon some interesting facts. I'm not going to read all of them because there's a long list. But are you a fan of Flamin' Hot Cheetos?
I am.
Did you know that they were invented by a janitor?
I did not know.
A janitor.
Can we get the janitor on the show?
It may be. Well, I don't know. He's
still with us?
He's up the corporate ladder now. Now he went from janitor. He stumbled into he bullied his way into a meeting because he had an idea for Flamin' Hot Cheeto, had the recipe, had marketing scheme and all that stuff. He's now an executive vice president position. That's how you do it. That's the American dream.
Sounds like it.
So Flamin' Hot Cheetos invented by a janitor in that company. And how about this one? It takes 5,000 cows to make a year's worth of Cheetos.
Only 5,000?
Yeah. No, we don't slaughter them. We just milk them. But I thought you'd be into this one because, we're talking Flamin' Hot. We're talking, cheese puffs here. Cheese puffs. That's what we're talking. Cheetos are produced in 22 countries and come in 50 flavors.
Wow.
So some of the flavors they have listed, they're all international. You can get a fizzy Pepsi Cheeto in Japan. How about a ketchup Cheeto in Poland? Strawberry Cheetos in Russia. Peanut butter covered in Eastern Europe. And Japanese steak flavored Cheeto, which surprisingly is a fan favorite of China.
a Japanese steak flavored Cheeto.
Yeah.
And we don't have that in the United States.
We don't. We just have Flamin' Hot and cheese.
Yeah, I think we got to
do we have any other? I mean, we don't even have like a ranch Cheeto, do we?
I think we got to up our Cheeto production. I think that goes without saying. We need to up our production of Cheetos.
Yes.
So, yeah, very interesting.
And you know why Cheetos? I think one of the reasons why Cheetos are more I think this might be another reason why I tend to go towards Fritos as well. You get more in the bag.
You do.
I think that's why I want my money's worth. You buy a bag, like a small bag, a snack bag of like, any other type of potato chip, there's nothing in there.
You ever had like the Lay's potato chips?
God.
It's all air. And there's barely anything in the bag.
And they're good. I love the barbecue ones, but I want to get my money's worth as well.
It's all in the bag. It's all air in the bag. It's a total ripoff. My brother just texted me. Cheeto equals the Taysom Hill of chips, the gadget chip.
Interesting. Just found a way to connect Cheeto to sport.
What are your thoughts on that?
I like it. I just can't call it a chip, though. That's my problem.
Yeah,
that's like, you know what? I can't call Taysom Hill quarterback.
Exactly.
So I think your brother's onto something.
Yeah, we might be onto something there, Zach. Well done. All right, let's talk some baseball, shall we? A lot to talk about. We start with Ron Culver's team here in Quick Hits. Alberto Pujols. Albert. He made his Dodger debut yesterday in a Dodgers 3-1 win over Arizona. Before we talk about what he did in the game, this was Pujols before the game on why he was drawn to sign with the LA Dodgers.
These guys have, the opportunity last year. They ended up winning, and they're hungry again. I think they can tell you that. I can see that, watching them play. And then, hey, listen, I've been playing against this organization long enough on the other side, and I see how they go about it. And I think that's something that I wanted to be part of it. And like I told you earlier, the game plan that they lay out for me and the communication, that was really important. And I'm here, and I'm just really excited to contribute to this ball club and this organization.
So, Ron, there you have it. There's Albert Pujols explaining why he wanted to sign with the Los Angeles Dodgers. Talked about winning being a big reason, and he didn't mention it in that clip. But how about the fact he doesn't have to move? He gets to stay in L.A. That must be nice for a guy that obviously signed a 10-year deal with the Angels and now gets to, at least for this season, stay in the LA area, going up a little bit, dealing with some traffic, but still getting the chance to play in Los Angeles. And it worked out for him because he goes from a team that's not any good in the Angels to a team that has a legitimate chance to win a ring. And, Albert Pujols was hitting cleanup last night. And what did he do in his first at-bat? Well, Albert Pujols stepped to the plate, and here is what he did in his very first at-bat with the Dodgers.
That's at third, Muncy at first on an 0-2. He hits a ground ball, base hit into center field. Albert Pujols brings home Mookie Betts for the Los Angeles Dodgers. How cool.
How weird. Joe Davis on Bally Sports West, Sportsnet LA with the call. Albert Pujols' hit brings home Mookie Betts. Imagine saying that just a couple days ago. What? That is the case. What are your thoughts on Pujols, Ron? You good with your team taking a chance on a guy that is 41 years old, but obviously
first ballot Hall of Famer,
is one of the best players ever?
I'm indifferent about it. I don't know how to feel about it because I know how well he was playing for the Angels, and it's kind of like a catch-22 for the Dodgers in a way because right now Dodgers are hurting. Then they need players. They need position players. We don't really have a first baseman. Solves that problem. Once everyone gets healthy, what's Albert Pujols' role going to be? I thought for sure he would go to an American League team where he could DH because I don't see him as a everyday field player. I don't know how agile he is for what's his age?
41.
No, what's his age?
What's his actual age?
His actual age?
Probably like 43 or 44.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking he and I are about the same age.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I really don't know how to feel about it just yet. I'm happy that, gets a nice little base hit. I'll be happier if he starts hitting home runs again like he was supposed to. But for me, the jury is out right now.
The jury is out. That's fair.
The jury is deliberating.
All I know is he had an RBI last night.
He did.
Your team only scored 3 runs, and he helped bring in one of them.
I like that. I just, you got to be I'm cautiously optimistic. How about that?
That's fair. Now let's stay with the LA baseball teams. How about Shohei Ohtani? Last night, he stepped to the plate, and Ohtani did it again.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Shohei Ohtani. What can't he do?
It was his 3rd home run in the last 4 games. He raised his RBI total to 32, which is a team high and the 4th most in the majors. In only 38 games as a batter this season, Ohtani has already almost doubled his home run total from 2020 when he hit just 7 in 44 games. The Angels beat the Indians last night 7-4. And, you might have heard, Ohtani also pitches. He's got a 2.10 ERA. If he stays healthy, how is he not the MVP of the league? And, if he has a solid year as a pitcher and hits 280 and has 30 home runs as a batter, how does he not automatically win the MVP?
Can he? I know it's happened only a handful of times. I think Clayton Kershaw might have been the last one to do it, where he won the Cy Young and MVP.
And then before that, Verlander.
Yeah, but can Ohtani legitimately get it?
Once again, if he stays healthy, right? Who is more valuable to their team than someone that hits and then pitches if they're doing both really well? He automatically has to win the MVP award.
Now, are you in? I don't know if you saw this little video vignette, I'll say, that was floating around yesterday between Mike Francesa and Chris Mad Dog Russo.
Yes, I did see it.
Are you in that camp as well? That it's such a great thing that the Yankees did not take Shohei Ohtani or did not make a move for Shohei Ohtani?
No, I am not in that camp at all. I am just laughing at the fact that it seems like Mike Francesa is the all-time king at mush predictions.
That was a bold choice, a bold statement there.
Bold.
We came into the league 2 years ago? 3 years now?
2018.
And there was a lot of hope for what he's doing, and it just hadn't panned out. He was injured, and
it's funny in that clip that went viral again yesterday.
Yeah,
it was after Ohtani was bad in spring training, and it's thank God the Yankees gonna get him. Really, Mike?
Yeah. Now you're looking at it this is what was predicted to be 3 years ago. This is fantastic.
The issue for Ohtani is just going to be, can he stay healthy? So far this year, he's healthy. If he stays healthy, I don't know how he doesn't win the AL MVP.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Takes away Mike Trout votes.
I don't get it. I don't get it at all. All right, let's stay with Major League Baseball here. It was not a good night for Garrett Cole. Garrett Cole allowed 5 earned runs for just the 2nd time in his career with the Yankees. Hard to be that upset. He came into the game with a 1.37 ERA, but he was not sharp last night in a Rangers 5-2 win over the Yankees. Here was Cole after the game.
I think it was one of those nights, just wasn't as crisp. If there's one thing that stood out, it's just, the ability to consistently execute a string of pitches in a row.
And the thing with Cole last night is that he set a record by tossing 59 straight strikeouts without a walk, and then it kind of all unraveled after that. So Cole did not have his best stuff last night. Rangers just get a win, and shocker, Yankees dealing with injuries again. Giancarlo Stanton, remember when he was going to be available for the Yankees after missing a couple games against the O's out of precaution? He's on the injured list now with a quad strain. Zach Britton suffered a setback in his elbow rehab. He's sore. They're going to shut him down for a couple days. So what else is new? The Yankees now have a bunch of players on the injured list because it wouldn't be a baseball season if the Yankees didn't have a bunch of injuries.
It's got to be frustrating, right?
It never ends.
Yeah.
I just want to see Stanton Judge healthy for a full year. It's so frustrating.
And for Garrett Cole, those games are going to happen. They happen to all of them. You can't be Jacob deGrom.
And even deGrom's hurt right now.
No. But I'm saying, that one Cy Young season where he was lights out perfect, but had no help from his team.
Yep.
Garrett Cole, he's gonna have a stinker every once in a while. That just happens.
It does happen.
Got to, and he'll move past it, and he'll be ranting and raving at how incredible he is 5 days from now.
You're probably right about that. You get his one bad start out of the way, and now you watch him go on a run of 12 straight.
You just need to keep your position players on the field.
No doubt about that. How about the NBA now, Ron? The Pelicans maybe they were more disappointing than the Celtics. At least the Celtics made the playoffs. The Pelicans were thought to, be taking this big step forward. Year 2 of Zion, and they finished 31-41 on a 4-game losing streak, despite the fact they had Brandon Ingram and Zion, so 2 All-Stars. There were 10 games under 500. Zion yesterday, not happy with his team missing the playoffs.
Yeah, it's very disappointing. The best thing we can do is, regroup, come together as a team and come together as a coaches this offseason and, just talk and do what we need to do to be better next year. I mean, not much to it. We just got to be better.
Yeah, you guys do need to be better. Stan Van Gundy's job should definitely be on the line if they go out there and start slow again next year. And the thing is, Zion, just come to the Knicks, man. Just force a trade. You know what you got to do.
Yeah, this is it's very disappointing because the NBA even bent the rules a little bit or changed the rules to include the Pelicans, making sure that the top 10 of each conference get a chance to play in the playoffs. And the Pelicans couldn't even face top 10. I don't know. Is Adam Silver going to have to go top 12 next year?
If he wants to win, come on down and be a New York Yankee.
Yeah, if this continues,
be a New York Yankee. Be a New York.
Hey,
Yankee.
he might do well for the Yankees. You don't know. But if this
what position would Zion play for the Yankees?
He's got to go cleanup, right? He's got to be an outfielder.
Would he be the first baseman?
Maybe.
Could he be a pitcher?
Yeah, because you know what? He probably couldn't run that fast, or he'd run out of his shoes if he was in the outfield.
Him in the outfield would be fast.
Maybe catcher because
Aaron Judge does it. He's 6'8".
No, but if he was a catcher, would you want to be running towards that? For a play at the plate?
Probably not. But
yeah.
Zion wouldn't have to worry about that because they got rid of collisions.
No, you still see them though.
You do sometimes do. You do still see them. You're right about that. That wraps it up for Quick Hits here on a Tuesday morning. Coming up next, we get to the comments that Hall of Fame general manager Ron Wolf made about, quote, diva quarterbacks who want to disregard long-term deals. I wonder which quarterback he's referring to. We'll talk about that next here on the Jake Asman Show.